1,000 kilometers west of Sydney, deep in the New South Wales outback, lies a huge oasis. I'm on my way to Menindee Lakes, which are in the Kinchega National Park in the west of the state of New South Wales, in the middle of the outback. At this point, I'm on a detour because the main roads, the initial roads that I wanted to take to go to this park, which are dirt roads, so tracks basically, untarred, are closed. We had a storm pass overhead last night, and because of the water, the rain, they closed the roads in order to avoid damage to the roads by vehicles. Tough luck. That's an extra 200 k's that I now need to do to Broken Hill, where there is a main road. Hopefully a main road, which will hopefully be open. We have made it. Wow. So we made it at last. I'm set up here at Lake Condilla. Apologies if I didn't pronounce that properly. And the setup is idyllic. I mean, you might hear it or not, but we're right next to the lakes, so you can hear the waves, a bit like being at the seashore. The campground is really small. I think it takes about 6 spots and only 3 are taken, and that by people of a certain age. So I don't think there'll be any partying or boozing going on, so it's going to be nice and quiet tonight. I'm so chuffed to be here because this is my second attempt to make it to this park, and I nearly didn't make it this time because of that storm of last night, which it rained over the 2 access roads I wanted to take, which are dirt roads, so untarred, and they were both closed. But that's despite me doing my homework on Sunday night, making sure the roads were open, but you can't predict a storm and you can't manage those things. So lucky for me, there was a tarred road from Broken Hill. It was a 2-hour detour, but from what I can see and from what I'm feeling right now, it was so worthwhile. So I'm going to set up, start cooking for the night, and we'll take it from there. I'm at the ruins of the old Kinchega homestead. This homestead apparently was started in the 1850s and started under the name Menindee. And this homestead has its part in Australian history, because in 1860 exactly, explorers Burke and Willis, ill-fated expedition passed through here. At yesterday's campsite, Lake Condilla, and at the moment nobody's here, so I've got my yesterday's camping spot, which is awesome. So I was just thinking maybe it might be a good idea to take the canoe out for a little ride, the kayak for a little ride on the river. I brought it all the way along. What surprises me about this location is you would have thought, with all the water, the fresh water, and all those dead trees, all those branches, that this place would be busy, full of birds, nesting and feeding off the lake. But for some reason, it's very eerie. I don't see any bird nests, or any birds for that matter, on those dead trees. And yeah, that's a bit strange actually, because in other places I know, this would be prime real estate for birds. Eagles, fish eagles, I don't know, cormorants, pelicans. Australia's full of pelicans. Where are the pelicans? Yeah, strange, very strange. So I'm back at the table again, back at my original campsite. Very happy, good decision, because the other campsite was much too busy, and this camping there's nobody here besides one more party of people. Today was amazing, although I must say that a lot of the park roads were closed, some of which, judging by the road signs and the state of the road, I think have been closed for a very long time. And I find that a bit surprising, because in my opinion New South Wales parks, national parks, should indicate that online with new maps. And then there are the road closures due to the weather and the flooding, which that's absolutely normal, that these roads have to be closed. The only real consequence of this for this trip was that the road to one of the historic locations was closed, and that was the wreck of a steamboat called Providence. And what happened to that boat was that in 1872 the steam boiler blew up, killing all 7 crew members. In fact, the explosion was so strong that the cook was blown all the way up into a tree. And the eerie side story to that is that all 7 crew members plus other locals are buried in a cemetery quite close to that event. And I actually drove and walked there, and it's like, it says it's a cemetery, but there are no tombstones, which is really strange, because you know people are buried there, but you can't see anything besides for a field. That was a bit strange. otherwise, the park is amazing. There's not too many people. The wildlife, I saw a lot of kangaroos, saw some emus. You know, you never know with Australian wildlife. They don't tend to come out during the day, so I was quite surprised by the amount of kangaroos I saw during the day. So the plan for tomorrow morning is to get up bright and early, go for a shower at the Emu Plains campsite. In fact, so that camping, basically, you've got a camping spot, and there is also some rooms that you can take for the night. And adjacent to that are a fully functional shower complex, which you as a park visitor are free to use. So I'm going to take advantage of that facility and go for a nice warm shower tomorrow morning, and then start my drive back to Sydney.